get things started here with Nebraska players. If you want to talk to Ohio State's players or Coach Kevin McGuff, they are doing a Zoom over in their locker area, and they would prefer to do media by their locker area because they're talking to their media over there. So just so you guys are aware that that's an opportunity. You can go, well, I don't know when they're started. They might be started already. So if you want to go right now, you sure can. Yep. We'll get started here with Sam Hybe and Alexis Markowski. Sammy had a season high 6.
How did you feel like you guys handled their pressure defense?
I thought we did a pretty good job for the most part. Obviously, we started off the game not very well, but I think we were able to turn them over and handle their pressure well, and it got us pretty easy buckets in transition.
What did either of you feel like was not going well, early on, slow start?
I think offensively we were kind of sped up, trying to break their press, not really executing our plays. And then once we were, they kind of backed off and weren't pressing as much. But yeah, I think the story goes that if we don't start well, it usually ends in a loss. So I think every game, a good start is something that we need to do.
Alexis, what made number 23 so hard to defend?
Rebecca is a really good player. She can shoot it, she can drive it. She can score over either shoulder. So, and also their guards are really good coming off ball screens, and she's usually the one setting them. So having to hedge and recover and play for the shot and drive, and she's just a well-rounded player. So.
Sam, I guess why were you guys able to close the gap so well there at the start of the third quarter?
I think we just got back to playing Husker basketball, what we talked about in practice and what we need to do this whole week. Like said, that start isn't what we need to get off to a good start for the game, but once we kind of settled in, we knew what we were capable of, and we played 3 quarters of really good basketball and hung with number 3 team in the country, so it's just important for us to get off to better starts.
What do you feel like is kind of just the key to starting, that's something you want to get better at?
We always talk about being the aggressor, so coming out, and if that means you lose the tip and you're on defense first, coming at them and being able to pressure and try to get a 30-second call, or else knowing what we're in on offense from the jump and being able to score on that first possession.
Anything else? Wow. Easy on them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up on the Nebraska side, Nebraska coach Amy Williams. Coach would like to make an opening statement and then take questions.
I thought we had kind of learned our lesson playing against Michigan here at home a couple weeks ago, that we can't dig ourselves a hole like that in the first quarter. We have to get off to great starts. You have to put together 40 minutes in this league against anybody, and particularly the number 3 team in the country. We dug ourselves a hole. It proved to be something that we really couldn't get over the hump to overcome, but I thought that there were some good flashes. We took care of the things that we really felt like we were going to need to take care of to get a win and do something special here. 18 assists to 12 turnovers, forcing them into more turnovers than we had. Second chance points, points in the paint, fast break points. All those areas were really big focuses, and we took care of business there, but ultimately we didn't shoot it very well from the 3-point line and continued to shoot. We didn't shoot it very well from the free throw line, particularly at times where we really needed to, but our team is going to have to figure out a way to not go as our 3-point shooting goes.
What do you feel just wasn't working during the slow start?
Yeah, I thought in contrast, when we came out in the second half, we were really locked into our defensive game plan. And, Maddie Kroll, I know there was a reverse spin move where I thought she took a charge, but she at least tied the ball up. We were getting defensive stops and forcing them into turnovers and using that to create offense. And I thought in the first half, we just weren't quite as locked in. We gave up 25 points, and several of those were 3-point shot by Rebecca, or coming off ball side, helping off of Taylor Mikesell, one of the best shooters in the nation, and giving up a kick out wide open 3, that kind of stuff that I think we've got to just find a way to be a little more locked in.
On the 3-point shooting, was it another case, kind of like Rutgers, where you felt like you were getting the looks you wanted and just not hitting them, or was it you wanted something better there?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that, I thought Taylor Theory was really, really good defensively for Ohio State and made things incredibly difficult and challenging for Jazz Shelley all night long. But I thought I didn't necessarily feel like there was a ton of bad shots out there for our team, but we just need to know and understand that, when we're shooting 19% from the arc, then potentially looking for something maybe a little later in the shot clock, or inside-outside touch, or things like that.
With what you saw today and what you saw on film, why do you think Ohio State is 18-0 right now?
Yeah, because they just have players that will step up and make really big plays, and they have 2 really good players that are out with injury right now, and the rest of their team is just really confident and takes pride in stepping up and making big plays. It felt like we'd have a situation where Jazz Shelley make a remarkable, I thought, defensive play when Taylor Mikesell's having to go off the dribble to a floater, and she blocks it, and now it's loose ball, and boom, they end up with it, kick out, splash 3. Somebody making big plays and stepping up in those moments, and they just seem to always do that. They've been down in ball games before, and then they just find ways to make plays when they need them, and that's the sign of a really good team.
Sam Hyvee had her season high today, 16 points, also a few big defensive plays. What did you see from her?
I see that I think she's starting to really get back and gain that confidence and gain that strength and gain that, there was, as we were first trying to work Sam in, there were times where she was really looking over at me kind of like, I might need a sub, and now it's kind of gotten to the point where if I ever do pull her to give her a break, she doesn't really want to come off the floor. And so I think that's a really good sign for us moving forward, is that she's gaining that lift and confidence and strength and everything to just be the player that she knows she can be and we know she can be.
Offensively, what are the things that would help you so you're not so reliant on three-pointers, on having success there?
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing for us is you know, I mean, I thought we got plenty of paint touches today. I thought Izzy Bourne being in foul trouble did not help us much, but you know, Izzy and Lex got some pretty good opportunities and looks inside. But the thing that becomes hard about that is just, you know, when you're not making three-point shots, everything gets way harder inside. And you know, whether that's penetration, whether that's post feeds, because things start to really clog in a real hurry. So that's something where I think we've got to continue to have good balance, and we'll keep shooting for that. But you know, just understanding when we can continue to attack the paint.
Anything else for Coach Williams? Okay, thank you.